thing. Alright. Izzy's made me so hungry, I've got to have the food with you. I want to see food die. No more. Food review. Smith crisp. Salt and vinegar. What do I reckon about? Really good chips. Ah, man. Smith's crisp. Folks, enough. Hey, hey, hey. Fucking clog. Oh, back a minute. Ah. Ah. Okay, I'm here, guys. I'm sorry, I'm here. Hi, everybody. Hi. I'm back. Mm. 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 Dog is trying to get my water bottle. Happy. Happy. Happy to see you. Good to see you too, guys. Good, really to see you. If you missed out on the drama before, go back to one of my TikTok videos, TikTok live streams that was just on now, and believe me, you can really see what happened on the TikTok live stream. It was amazing. It was the best entertainment I ever had. What you what you are what are you up to today? I am waiting for Maddie to come. Stay here, Butch, will ya? I'm waiting for Maddie to come, and then we'll do some stuff around here. um, yeah, if you guys, really want to know what's been going on my other channel, I'll give you a quick rundown. And I don't like to go over it again and again and again and again and again, so we won't. Basically, what happened? Remember that joke? I had the joke, right, and on a friend, and the joke sort of got a bit old. Let's put it this way: it got a bit old, it got a bit out of hand, right? And let's just say a mate told a mate that she didn't want any advice from him, and all this, and I got a bit cranky, which I did. I did get a bit cranky. Got to admit that I was a bit upset about it, and I basically turned around. It's on TikTok Live. You can go back and watch it. I might post it actually. It was on the TikTok Live where she said to me, I don't want any of your advice. I've got basically I've got someone that can look after me, and he does my car repairs and stuff like that in the family and stuff like that. I got a bit a bit really fed up because he was really having a go at me, and I just turned around and said, I said it in the live stream. I just turned around and said, look, I'm over it. I've had it. It was me, Matt. It was me, Matt, and what's her name on the channel. And basically, I was on the channel, and I did say, well, look, I'm over this. I've had enough. Better we don't talk to each other. And end shot is, the lady in question did apologise to me for what she said, which was good. I was very pleased about that. At the end of the day, I was doing nothing wrong, guys. So this is how it worked out. I wasn't doing anything wrong. I was just giving advice, because that's who I am. I'm a car person. I do give advice on certain things through my experience, through my eyes. I do give experience. I am 30 years older, so I do know about certain things. Been through it, been there, done that, so I do know. So that's why I know people don't ask for my advice. Well, that's fine. I get that. I totally get it. But at the end of the day, when you've got a friend, that's a mate and friend, you give them advice. Even though they don't want the advice, you still give it to them. Because you're still there for them, to look out for them, to make sure they don't do anything that they shouldn't do. Let's put it this way. And anyway, thing that really annoyed me when I was on the live stream on TikTok channel, I was on the live stream, this person said to me, oh, I don't care if my vehicle spends 3 or 4 years where it is, if it takes me 3 or 4 years to get my license. And that's the thing that got really under my skin, because he did, bang, this went off at me for no reason. And at the end of the day, you know, you got to learn to have a joke. You must learn to have a joke. You cannot afford to be a person that, say with me, doesn't have a joke. What's that message? Someone's message has been with you. Anyway, so yeah, she accused me of all sort of things. You know, for someone mentioned, something about someone that was special to her, and yeah, she basically she jumped down my throat, and I wasn't too happy about it. And I'm still not too. I know she apologised to me, and I respect her for that, but I'm still not. Say with me. I don't know. Becky, am I glad that you're on the channel? You want to hit this? You want to hear this? You want to hear the shit that this went down before? Izzy had a real go at me, right, on a live stream. We've been joking around about her Commodore, right, stuff like that. And Izzy comes up and don't talk about me on the live stream. You know, when she was joking around with us too, she started to joke off, and she ripped into me. I gave her a bit of advice about, I asked her a question about what would you do being a new driver if you had a flat tyre, what would you do? And she rammed down my throat and rammed down, what's his name's throat as well. So basically, I said to her, look, enough is enough. If you're gonna, say those sort of things, and basically I, said to her, if you're gonna say those things to me, mates don't say that to one another. And she said, well, I don't want you talking about my cars, I don't want you talking about this. You know who we're talking about, don't you, Becky? So basically I'm thinking of making, unmodding her from my channel. Because she really let me have it in front of everyone on my TikTok channel. It really made me feel like, crap. Let's put it this way. So, I'm thinking of unmodding her on my channel, because, she thinks her partner is the best and all this, fair enough, but at the end of the day, I was trying to give her advice on, you got to fill the car up with petrol. Don't leave it empty, then try and start it. Move it from point A to point B. Cars are not designed to run on empty petrol tanks. And I said, my partner's a mechanic. He knows what to do. He knows how to do this. And I'm thinking to myself, and I was talking to Matt and Hamish, another, person. And I basically said to her, I gave her some advice, right? Because I've been through it, I know what a car's like when it runs out of fuel. And and there's another story I'm going to tell you too. I'll tell you the story now, then I'll get back to that. Maddie was driving her car. She went to a pajama party. She came home. She ran out of petrol on the highway, up for the highway, because she couldn't fill her car up at the petrol station because she ran out of petrol because she had her pajamas on. And I thought that was hilarious. So she ran out of petrol, and she phoned her mum up to go and get petrol. So that made me laugh. Moral of the story is, always fill your car up with petrol. It doesn't matter if it's low on fuel, very low on fuel, because you can pick the dirt up to the injector pump, through the whatever you call it. So my advice is, and I'm giving advice, I don't care what anyone says, advice is back. I'm giving advice. my advice is that you make sure that you have got enough petrol in anyone's car to make sure you can move it from point A to point B without it running out of petrol, because you'll bugger the what do you call it? They say with me the injectors, because all cars, some cars now have electric petrol pickup systems in them, and you know, for people who are out there saying, how do you know all this means? I watch YouTube. I study on YouTube car stuff. That's how I know this. I go and watch people. I may not be able to read, but I take everything in, what mechanics are talking about, how they're saying this, and I learn from the technology. I learn this, I learn that. That's how I know about newer cars, how they run. I ask questions to mechanics. How does this work? How does that work? That's how I learn my stuff. And that's why I like to pass it on to you people. Not because I'm a smart ass or because I'm trying to bring people down. I'm not trying to bring people down. I'm trying to give you advice because I know when a car gets low on petrol and you're just leaving it sitting, you're moving it from here to there, and you're low on petrol. As soon as you run it out of petrol, well, of course you're not going to be able to, g'day David, you're not going to be able to start the car because you run out of petrol, and it's no good for the petrol filter because you'll pick up all the shit that's in the tank, and then it will go through your petrol pump, it will go through the injectors, and yeah, it's a big tear down. And it's a tear down you could have avoided by just filling cars up with petrol. Don't have to be all the way to the full mark, even a quarter of a tank or half a tank, perfect, plenty. Especially if you're going to be moving it in your driveway and it's not registered, you're moving it from here to there. So my advice is, do put petrol in your cars to move them. Don't let them sit on empty nearly so they've only got a bit of petrol and they stop like that. Because at the end of the day, you're going to run into problems in the long term. You may not think so. And people, and I've got to give some more advice, and I have to. I'm sorry, I promised I wouldn't give advice on this channel, but I am buggering. For people that are learning to drive, right? I'm talking about everyone in general. Good advice. Thank you. Someone appreciates my advice. Not like some person that doesn't appreciate my advice. Anyway, people learning how to drive. This is for them because some people have bought a car and they don't drive the car. Fair enough, because they're on the L plates. That's fine. Nothing wrong with that. All I'm saying is you've got to get in the car with whoever's with you and drive. Someone's saying, "I know, hi," and you've got to drive. You've got to just shift it around, but you've got to actually steer the car and drive it. So then you get practice of driving that vehicle, because that's the vehicle you're going to be dailying every day. So you have to be able to say, if someone says to you, "Oh, your car's in the way, can you move it? I can't get mine in." You have to say, "Yeah, sure, but I would like to move my own car with you sitting in the front seat." So you have to do that, because if you don't do that, you'll never have the confidence to drive that car, and that would be a crying shame. So yeah. That's basically what I'm trying to help people to understand, because I've had 35 years of driving. I've done some crazy shit, I really have, and I just want people to learn from my mistakes. And I know some people say, "Oh, well, I didn't ask you for your advice, why are you giving me advice?" I'm giving you advice because I know about cars. I'm not brilliant, I'm not a technician, but I know how motor vehicles run. So, I'm not stupid, I'm not saying I'm good, but it just annoys me when certain people, not mentioning no names, certain people ram down my throat and, say to me, "Oh, I've got someone looking after the car." Fair enough. He may know his stuff. He may have went to tech, he may have done this. fine. Life experience is the best thing in life. Life experience, seeing for yourself what is going on. There you go. So life experience is the best thing for that sort of thing. Peter. Yeah, I know, Becky. I know. I know. That's the person that had a go at me, Becky, in my TikTok live. Really brought me down with a thump. I'd never been. Tell you the truth, Becky. I'd never been so. What do you call it? So angry and so upset in my life before. I was really upset. Really hurt, really upset, and you know, I know I just can't help it. I give advice because I want to help people. I don't care if people don't want my advice. I don't give a shit about that. If people don't want my advice, you're still going to get it. So, at the end of the day, you know. So am I. Becky, to tell you the truth, I was really, it's like someone had hit me on the face with a fish. That's what it was like. I mean, you know, to be, what do you call it? Say with me, I was only trying to help. Yes, I was only trying to help a certain mate out, but a certain mate just keeps going on about her partner every 5 minutes. Which is cool. That's fair. But he's no one special. I'm no one special. At the end of the day, I'm me. What you see with me is what you get. You know, I'm not perfect, but I just can't stand people that jump on the live stream and say, "Oh, but my partner knows more about this than you do." Or my partner, he does this, he does that. Well, fair enough. Good luck to him. He knows that. Fine. That's great. But I know a hell of a lot about cars too because I've worked with cars. I've had work experience with cars when I was younger. I have worked with a gearbox place, pulling gearbox out of cars, taking them to pieces, washing them for 3 or 4 hours a day. So I do know what I'm talking about cars. I've seen injectors being pulled out. I've seen injectors being put back in. I've helped do brakes and all that on cars. I've taken diffs out. I've put diffs in cars. I know. Believe me when I say I know about those sort of things. So yeah, it's just, yeah, certain people, Becky, you can help. What's the saying, Becky? You can help some of the people some of the time. You can't help all of the people all of the time. There you go. That's a saying for you. So anyway, yeah, that's what I am. If people do want advice about cars, tips about driving. If you do want tips about driving, like, for example, what to do, how to do, sorry, yeah, we'll accept that. I'm just trying to help people out. That's all I'm trying to do on my channel. I'm going to start this from now on. Car advice with Pete. There you go. This is going to be on live streams. I can't do it on videos because videos don't do too well with me showing car videos and that. I'd rather talk to people about, like, if I'm over on TikTok, I'll talk to people about cars. I think I'd rather do it that way, where I'm on like TikTok or YouTube, and it's a truck, and it's a food truck, it's on a seafood diet. Same with me, I will talk to people like on YouTube here with the people here, my support people here. You can ask us questions about cars and advice about driving, stuff like that. If you're a learner permit or something, you want to know, oh Pete, how did you feel when you got first behind the wheel of your car? Were you nervous? Yes, I was bloody nervous. I had a car with my father, brand new Daihatsu Sarad, a 91 model. Um, I was bloody nervous. Yes, I was nervous. I really was. Every learner driver, like Izzy, everyone like Lizzie, that's got a learner's permit and has got a disability, including myself, it's very hard for us to get behind a wheel of a car. And that's why, and it might have came the wrong way that I explained it. Izzy might have thought I'm jumping down her throat and all that, but I wasn't. What I was trying to say to her, and I didn't express my feelings, because I don't, people with ADHD, we have trouble expressing our feelings, right? What I was trying to say to Izzy is, people with ADHD and autism, it's very hard for us to get behind the wheel of a car, even if it's our new car with disc purchases and we're on our learners. It's very hard when you're a learner driver with ADHD and autism to get behind the wheel of the car. You sort of go into these moments where you go, where you get the giggle and you go, like that sort of thing. I mean, that does happen with ADHD. Not with me, it doesn't. But, because I'm over that now. But someone that's first got their license, that's a learner's permit, that's what happens. Do you like... hang on. Something about cars. Hang on. Now we have got a question. I've got to stretch my arms a bit. We're doing live streams about 7 o'clock this morning. Maddie is coming today, by the way. Car video. Oh, people do want car videos. What sort of car videos do you guys want? I've basically been through them all, checking oil, stuff like that. I've basically done. I can't do too many car videos. Because on a car, there's only certain things I can show. Because I can't pull an engine to pieces or never get back together again. Me, be running backward like a horse. Give him a carrot, going the other way, and the bloody other horse will get it. The one that's going return. There you go, there's another joke. My videos, I can do some videos on cars if people want. I think there is a couple already on my playlist. So people do want to see videos of cars. I'm sure I got some, but I'd rather people that like if I'm over on TikTok or something where you can talk to people live, face to face. Then people can ask me questions about cars and stuff like that. Or when the support people are here with me, like when Matt is here for me, you can ask me about cars. What do you reckon about this, Pete? What do you reckon about that? I'm learning how to drive. How do I go about doing this? How do I go about doing that? At the end of the day, I'm going to help my friends, even though they don't want me to not to. Becky, Izzy's going through this a funny stage. Hamish and I started a joke. Izzy was showing us her Commodore, right? Now you'll find this hilarious. She was showing us a Commodore, and Hamish being young, he likes to joke. And I don't know how I ended up in the joke, but hey, I always do end up in a joke. Izzy showed Hamish the picture of the Commodore, right? What it was like, and stuff like that. And Hamish automatically says to her, "Why don't we co-parent the Commodore? Like you have it for a couple of days, I have it for a couple of days." And Hamish was going on about, I'll get the tow truck guys, they can load it on the back of the tow truck and it'll come to me for 3 days. It would say, it's more easier for us to share the Commodore and co-parent it. It would be a lot cheaper on fuel and stuff like that. But poor Izzy did not see the funny side of that at all. The joke went on for about 2 days. 3 days. I found it bloody hilarious, and anyone that would probably be watching the live stream would have thought that joke was bloody hilarious. I did. Hamish got it started, and it, it was a joke, but all I'm saying is co-parent the Commodore. Yeah, it was a joke. Co-parent the Commodore, right? And Hamish was keeping the joke. He was keeping the joke going, right? And the joke sort of somehow backfired on it, on him, and I got most of the flack from the joke. But Hamish, the way Hamish comes out with things, he makes me laugh. This guy, he comes out with oh yeah, the Commodore, is it on the truck yet? And of course, when he says something like that, then Pete has to get involved. He can't help himself. Is this one of those people? I've got to be on. I've got to be in the joke with people that tell the joke. I've got to be there. I've got to put my 2 cents worth in. That's just the way I am. I'm a person that likes a joke. I love jokes about when it comes about other people's cars. I remember shit-suing someone that had a car, right? And I said to them for a joke, I said, oh mate, I'll take your car around the block for you. And they looked at me and said, yeah, all right, Pete, you really want to take the car around the block? Yeah, you can, mate. And I said, yeah, but I want to keep it for about 6 months and I'll bring it back to you. I said, oh, no, you only go around the block with it, I want it back. So of course I'll bring the bloody thing back. But I didn't take it around the block because it wasn't my car. So, you know, I do jokes like that. Not that I'd actually go and pick someone's car up and take it to someone's place to co-parent it and then come all the way back again. That's wrong, and it's not something that I would do. But the joke was the joke was funny. I thought it was friggin' hilarious. I was sitting on the couch here when Hamish was shit-stirring Izzy about co-parent the Commodore, and I was sitting here and I had to move this side of the couch because my face, honestly guys, was red. My face went as red as a beet. No, I wasn't having a drink or anything. Face was red. I only got water in here. Face was red, right? And the more that Hamish would say about co-parenting, the more that Izzy would get upset about it. I just was going, and Hamish would bring his argument across like, it's far cheaper. And I'd be just sitting here laughing my guts out because I love those sort of pranks. I love those sort of jokes. That's who I am. I love shit like that. It's really funny. I had my lunch, packet of chips. I'm fine. Packet of chips. I got my lollies. I got the snack packs. I'm fine. I had a lolly, so it's fine. Yeah. Do please like and subscribe to the channel if you want to hear more shit stirring about Commodores and that. I will be doing more shit stirring. I'm like a dog with a bone. You can't get rid of me. So I will be shit stirring, especially with Hamish. Hamish is such a very funny person. So is the Kookaburra man. The Kookaburra man could not stop laughing. He said, Pete, I'm trying not to get involved with this, but this is very funny. And I do give people advice about their cars. I do. That's just the way I am. Especially when it comes to driving, because when you're driving a vehicle and your first time out on the road on your own, you've got no one with you, you've got your license, you're out on your own, right? It can be the most scariest thing on earth, especially with a person with ADHD, because you go into not like panic attacks. You get you think to yourself, oh, do I remember what he said to do? I'm on my own. What happens if the car breaks down? What happens if I have a flat tyre? What happens if you go into a panic attack sort of thing? And I think for people with ADHD that do own a vehicle and they haven't got their license yet, and it can be scary if you don't drive that car just a little bit around the property and that, because you have to be confident in the driving of the car, and and it's no good leaving it sitting there and not getting in it, because when you do get your license, you eventually do go in that car, you're going to think to yourself, oh my God, I'm scared to drive this car. I don't want to prank it. I don't want to, because people do get scared, and that's when accidents do happen. But yeah, that's why I do give advice like that, because I've been through it. I've been through it. My first little Gemini car that I had, um, I remember picking it up from the car yard and I had to drive on a main road here on Gold Coast, 3 lanes in the traffic, 5 o'clock at night. I was, and it was a manual. It was a manual, and I didn't drive a manual since I passed my driving lessons for about 2 years. I did not drive a manual, and it was a manual car. And I was on a hill, and there was the traffic lights like that, and I was only about, I think I was 22 years old at the time, and believe me, the ADHD mind kicked in, and I was, well, what happens if it stalls? What happens if it breaks down? Or what's going to happen? People don't realise these things, and that's what annoys me when people jump down my throat and say, "Oh yeah, I've got someone that can do all that. Yeah, he's good at doing that. He does mechanic living." Fair enough, he does that. We're not saying he doesn't do that. I'm saying from my personal experience, because I like to help people that are like me with ADHD and autism that have got their learner's permit. People that do need advice, because you do go into panic attacks when you get in the car for the first time, and it's your car and it's your pride and joy, and you want to go behind the wheel, and you're sort of sort of scared. And I can get where Izzy's coming from. Izzy is the type of person, she does respect her partner, which is great news. I take my hat off to you, but I haven't got a hat. I've eaten it. But a friend can give a friend advice. I still am going to give you advice, Izzy. I'm sorry. I know you probably don't want my advice. I am still going to give you my advice, because I know what it's like having ADHD, and I know what it's like the very first time you step behind your steering wheel and you drive your vehicle. Even if you're a learner, I went through it. Believe me, I went through it. Now, it was 35 years ago. So as Kookaburra Man said, you've got 35 years experience. I've got 20 years over the Kookaburra Man. I've got 30 years experience over Izzy. I've got 33 years over Hamish. So that's why I give advice. So Izzy knows, well, Pete's done that. He's not going to lie to me. What he says is, I'll look it up and see what he says would be the right thing for me. Don't take my words for gospel, all right? I'm just putting him out there because I've been there, I've done that. And before people say, how do you know all these things? 35 years driving. You learn. I've seen car accidents. I've seen people cut out of cars. I've seen people get run over by cars. I've seen people like myself and even ADHD. I've seen us get in cars and thinking, great, we've got our license. This is great. And automatically just get mixed up with the accelerator and the brake pedal, especially on a big Commodore like Izzy's got, 6-cylinder, and zoom, boom, in the back of someone. And then even if they just train their car a little bit, they're too scared to do it again, to get back in the car again. So that's why I give advice to my friends before they get in the car, when they're on the learner's permit. Oh, Pete, what do I do, when I get in the car? How would you handle it? I would say, open the door, take a deep breath in the car, sit down behind the steering wheel, put your seat where you need to control the pedals, stuff like that. But you've got to, control the pedals. You can't use your hands. Only Olivia can do barefoot driving, so don't worry about that. My ADHD, dyslexia, did not but that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to say. Is we're the type of people that, for the very first time, you are going to get nervy when you're on your own, and you're moving the car by yourself on your own from here to there. You are going to get a bit nervy. Even if you have someone sitting next to you, that person's going to be very calm, and he's going to just say to you, okay, you see this, ease the accelerator, ease it. But don't forget that Commodore is very powerful. Not like the high ace. The high ace you've got to give it a bit because it's you know, it is only a 2 litre. Your V6 is different than Troy. So you have to sort of feather. It's called feathering, like you drive a forklift. I used to drive a forklift. It's called feathering. It's where you touch off, brake, touch, off, brake. That's what it's called, feathering. And then you'll get the feel of the steering and stuff like that. And yeah, gradually you'll pick it up. But you do have to practice by moving it from here to there. And that's why I say fill up the car. Because you're going to be driving it a lot. You're going to be doing this. You're going to be doing that with it. So you are going to need petrol. Or else you will be pushing the car. So you may as well go to the gym a lot if you're going to be pushing the car. So fill it up with petrol. Half a tank, fine. That's all it needs. Hang on, let me slow down. I'm not, I'll leave that word at the top. To going in a car. I'm not a, stop Commodore, driving, no driving it, not driving it. Well, I understand you're not driving it, but you have to get practice to go in, to move it around because it is your car, you see, at the end of the day, and you have to be able to have the confidence to get in it, move it, even if you're just moving it, even if you're moving it a couple of yards, like that, like getting in it and just going like that, then putting it back. That's a start. That is the start. But make sure you know where near any windows or near your front door, because you don't want to actually touch the accelerator so hard you're going to go straight through your front door and make a hole in your door. You want to be slow. Slow and steady wins the race. There you go. So Pete does give advice. Yes, this is Pete's Advice channel. Please feel free to ask me about cars. It's not a stock car. It's not a yeah, but it's good to ask for advice, is it? Yeah, you're right. You've got to ask for advice. You've got to ask advice from the master that has been driving. And how do I say this without digging another hole? But I'm going to say, your partner hasn't got ADHD, right? He's not like you and I. We have ADHD. We understand what it's like to have ADHD. We live through it day, every day, every way, every day. We live through it with ADHD. We're the only people that know about ADHD, how we're feeling about cars. I'm not doing it to be, a smart ass. I'm doing it because I do, like the same as you, have ADHD. And this is how I felt when I was younger, driving a car for the very first time. That you do that. Back in a minute, what was that? Oh, that was my dog. So yeah, I do know. Whoa, he's got a loud bark, hasn't he? So I do know. Maddie will be here at 12:30. Another hour. Maddie will be here. Maddie will be here. So basically, yeah, that's the car tips I want to give you guys is Stay safe. Stay safe on the roads. If you are a learner, if you are a learner permit driver, stay safe on the roads. Made not. Oh, I love talking about cars. You ask Hamish. I'm always talking about cars. Always. Sore neck. Matty is here at 12:30, guys. Yes, she's here at 12:30. Oh, that's the Aveo bus. Now that would be a perfect test vehicle for Izzy to drive. The Aveo bus. Backing it out. But you'd have to back it out when I'm not standing at the back of you. I don't want you to run me over with the bus. So I'll just say to Izzy, keep coming back with the bus, okay? I will. That's the Aveo bus. It's got a great big beeper on it. It goes beep, 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 beep. Maybe you know why it's got a big beeper, so the old people can hear it. Going back. So they don't run into many blueies. Material, Peter, material. Oh, material. The guy who writes the material gave him a sack. He gave the guy the sack. The guy that owns the material, he's not like me. I'm funny. Oh, shit. Hang on. Commenters are coming through. Please subscribe to Peter and everybody's channel. Please subscribe to the, what's that? Do you, hang on. Do you like music? And do you like music? I do like music. ABBA, Cold Chisel, Bon Jovi, Men at Work, Neil Diamond. This can go on and on and on. I do like music. Yes, I am a music fan. What was that? Hang on. I just saw something. I thought it was my dog. Yeah, I thought that was my dog that went past him. That's why it was a bit of paper that went past, and I'm trying to see what that bit of paper was that went past. It's okay. Someone was maybe on a seafood diet. They went past me on a seafood diet. You get it? Oh, my knee. I have had my snack pack. For people that are wondering, have you had your snack pack? I have had my snack pack. No, not snack pack. I had a packet of chips. So I have had a packet of chips, and I will have my snack pack now to make everyone happy. Opening snack pack. There we go. I will have my snack pack now before you guys go look at me and say, each snack pack more. Have a snack pack. Snack pack. We need it. Good. What's that? Yes. Talk about cars. Right, we'll talk about cars. Got me started. Sorry, people want to hear about cars. Hang on. Alright, now. Alright, and we're going to get into something here. So bear with me. Talk about cars. Let's talk about co-parenting cars, like Hamish was saying about Izzy's car, co-parenting. What does that mean? Okay, we go into that. What does that mean? Co-parenting a car, co-parenting, is you share the car. Like you're like half and half in the car. Like say for example, Izzy bought it for say roughly 3,000, right? Now make it 2,000. It's easy for me to work out then. Then Hamish would pay 1,000, and Izzy would pay 1,000 for the car, right? Hamish would get it for 3 days to go here and there with it. Izzy would get it for the other 3 days, and then they could swap over what days they would need it for. Like if Izzy said, I need the car on Saturday, Sunday and Monday, Izzy then would get that car for Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Hamish could say, I need the car for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Fine. Izzy then would say, okay, I've got it then. And people are going to say, but it's 7 days in the week. What happens to the other day of the week? The other day of the week, the car rests. Simple of that question. There you go. So 3 days a week, they both get it. For the 1 day of the week, the car is resting, which means then oil check, radiator check, vacuum, clean it for whoever's using it, wash it, polish it. That's in that day. That's what co-parenting of a car means, in my eyes. So yeah, people are going to go, geez Pete, what are you running at? A co-parenting? No, I'm not. But I do know about how that works out. So that's why Hamish said Hamish, not me, Hamish starts to joke. I used to go along with it. Try cooking. They will be cooking video coming up today. Be on the new playlist. Now we'll be able to do a cooking video. Wait, hopefully to hear that bloody phone. But that's giving me the heebie-jeebies too. So we will be doing cooking video coming up today. There you go. So I hope that helped everyone. I'm sure everyone was happy about that co-parenting sort of story. I'm sure one of my friends is not happy about it. I know who it is. But sometimes you've got to tell these things. Oh, just wait. It's sad that Hamish is at his conference today, because that would have made him laugh. He would have said, that's right, I'm co-parenting the Commodore. That would have made him laugh. That would have made Hamish laugh. It's making me laugh, I tell you. If you go back and watch the live stream, you can see all the you can see all of what happened on the live stream. It was really, really funny. It was like a comedy. It was like a comedy half-hour show. It was like a TV show. Who was going to fight with who was going to banter who, and yeah, I can't talk because when say with me, Izzy had a go at me about the Commodore and don't talk about my car and stuff like this. It was quite funny because it wasn't funny at the time, don't get me wrong. I had the same experience when people were trolling me, and I let go on the channel here, and I told everyone what I thought, what I thought of the person that was doing it. But yeah, Izzy just makes me laugh. She just comes out with it on the TikTok channel. Zoom comes out with it. It's Kookaburra Man sitting probably at his table thinking, oh, what did I get into here? And Hamish is there. Hamish is like a moderator. like a moderator. Hamish is, hey Jen, Hamish is like a moderator. Hamish is there saying, oh, I don't think Pete's trying to be nasty to you. He's just trying to give you advice. And the more that Hamish said, Pete's trying to give you advice, or is he in the background and is he saying, I don't want his advice? And Hamish is saying, he's only trying to be a friend. He needs to give you advice. He's saying, well, I've got someone that can do that. Listen to what Peter says. He's had 35 years experience. And I'm sure the whole of TikTok knew that I've had 35 experience. Thank you, guys. I do appreciate it that I've had 35 experience of years. Thanks, guys. I do love it, really, but when someone, I don't like it at the time. I do like it when someone says to me, don't talk about my car on the YouTube channel. It's precious to me. Because it makes me talk about it more. Because I put myself out there more than, because I get my barrier up. Because with ADHD, you get your barrier up. And when you get your barrier up, it means your mind then is going into overdrive again. And you're thinking all these thoughts, you know, no, this person is really sort of making me angry. I'm going to do it more and more and more. And you do think about stuff like that. I do think about stuff like that. I do like to push my boundaries. I do. I've got to admit that I do like to push my boundaries. It's just the type of fella I am. Sometimes I say with me, I do. When I care about my friends, like I do care about Izzy very much. He's a mate, a very good friend. And yeah, I guess what really started me worrying about Izzy was it was a video I don't know, on Izzy's channel. Someone posted it for me, and it was a video of Izzy was in bed and she was very sad, and she was crying, and I don't know who posted it. Someone posted it, and I saw it, and it got me thinking something's not right here. That's why I decided to do the Commodore joke and stuff like that to cheer her up a bit, because someone had posted a video of Izzy. Izzy was in bed and she was laying on her bed and she was crying, and that really upset me. So my mate thought he'd step in and do the right thing about it, but unfortunately the mate got blasted for it. So, and I don't usually put that out on the channel, but I thought I'd put that out on the channel because Izzy's probably thinking, well, why did you start the joke with the Commodore? That's why I started the joke, Izzy, because someone had posted it on my YouTube channel, which I haven't got anymore because it was just a quick random video they put up and I didn't think nothing of it. And it was you laying on your bed crying, and it said the date and everything, and it said underneath, it said, I'm not happy, very sad, and it got me worrying, and I thought, well, I had to talk to Hamish, and I thought to Hamish, we've got to do a joke, and yeah, that's why the Commodore joke came out, and that's why I like to keep it going still, because it keeps me from thinking about that video I saw, which wasn't it, I mean, people wouldn't want to see me in bed upset. So look at Pete, he's upset. So that's why it was very strange to see a video like that pop up. I don't know who put it up there. I don't want to know who put it up there. I just hope that a video like that never appears again. Because I'm sure a lot of people would have saw that video. But I definitely didn't, I tell you. It was very confronting for me to watch it, and that's all I want to say about that. Nearly coming up to the hour mark on the YouTube channel. People say you're always up, you're always over on the other channel, Pete, or on this channel. I'm everywhere. I'm on this channel, I'm on that channel. Basically, I'm on this channel most of the time. I do go over to TikTok a hell of a lot more now. Because I do guess. Whoa, that's a truck. I do guest with Kookaburra Man and stuff like that, and that's why I go over to TikTok sometimes. But I'm always on I'm always on TikTok because I talk to Kookaburra Man and I talk to Hamish and people like that, people I know. That's why I go over there because I haven't worked out on YouTube how to do the face-to-face thing on the YouTube channel. I'm waiting for that till I either can do it on this phone thing and transfer it over to the new phone. I've got to wait for it and get all that sorted. But I do want to find out. Oh, Peter, stop playing your nanny. I still want to find out how I do it. Could be good to have a talking session on this channel. And yeah, go over to TikTok channel too and have it there because that's where it all started from. It all started for me on TikTok, being able to talk to guest people on my YouTube channel. Your TikTok channel, ADHD brain, got to forgive it. It is what it is. It is what it is. I'm Pete. I'm not apologising for who I am. I am a soft person and a funny person. So people are going to say, well, we'll take you as we find you. I was found under a rock. That's another joke. God, it must be doing. So, basically, yeah, that's the story of how that happened. If you want to join me on TikTok, we'll be heading over there. Once again, I'm always on TikTok these days. I seem to be over there 3 or 4 times a day too. So, you know, I've got a few people over there I do talk to them on TikTok channel about this channel. So I do head over there. I know that's not me tooting my own horn. So I'm going to head over to TikTok again.